The radio in Jake Thompson's Hazmat command truck crackled to life, slicing through the quiet hum of his downtown office. Chief Thompson, Code 3 response needed. Residential fumigation incident. Possible CI-VY Lien trapped. 734 Maple Grove Lane. Fire department on scene, requesting immediate hazmat support. Jake's heart skipped. Maple Grove was 2 blocks from his house. He knew every family on that street. Dispatch, this is Hazmat 1. Responding, ETA 10 minutes. He barked, already grabbing his turnout coat, the familiar weight of his response kit in hand. But something about the callous CI-VY Lien trapped? Gnawed at him, a cold unease he couldn't shake. As a siren wailed through the city, Jake's truck barreled toward Maple Grove. The scene came in a VYEW. The Peterson house, shrouded in a garish yellow and red fumigation tent, warning signs screaming danger against the pristine lawn. Fire trucks flanked the property, but there was no smoke, no flames, just an eerie, sealed monolith. Captain Reynolds, a grizzled firefighter with worry carved into his face, met Jake as he stepped out. Chief, Pest Control called it in. Standard termite job, sulfuryl fluoride. But an hour ago, they found the main exit clamped shut with an unauthorized lock bar. Emergency ripcord slits taped over, and they swear they heard something inside. Jake's blood ran cold. Sulfuryl fluoride was a silent killer, odorless, colorless, deadly. A sealed exit? Someone inside? Who's in there? He demanded, his mind racing through rescue protocols. Reynolds shook his head. The Petersons are in Europe. House should be empty. Pest Control swears they cleared it by the book. They're freaking out someone might have re-entered or was locked in on purpose. The words hit like a punch. Locked in on purpose. Jake's stomach churned. His wife, Emily, 8 months pregnant with their daughter, Ava, had mentioned that morning she might drop off a potted jasmine for the Petersons' return. A small gesture, nothing more. She'd never enter an empty house. But what if she'd stepped onto the porch, peeked inside? Emily, Jake choked out, his calm cracking. My wife. She was going to the Petersons this morning. His hands, slick with sweat, fumbled for his phone. Her number went straight to voicemail again. He'd called earlier, a routine check-in, and dismissed the silence as her being busy at her design studio. Now, that silence was deafening. Fear clawed at him, raw and sharp. He pictured Emily's warm smile, her hand resting on her belly. Reynolds, suit up your men. Level A protection, full SCBA. Continuous air monitoring. What's the concentration inside? The Pest Control Super VY Soar's voice trembled. Lethal for termites, Chief. No one Sir VYVES that long, unprotected. Jake's world shrank to a single, horrifying point. The tent, the poison, and Emily trapped inside. He turned to his hazmat team, already donning chemical suits. Listen up. Potential VY Tim inside of me wife. This is a rescue, fast and precise. I'm leading entry. His crew didn't flinch. They knew Jake's steel resolve. As he sealed his level A suit, the helmet's hiss muffling the world, he wasn't just a hazmat chief. He was a husband, a father-to-be, stepping into a chemical nightmare. The tent's interior was an alien haze, yellow light warping the Petersons' Lee-Vy-ing room into ghostly shapes. Furniture loomed under plastic sheets, the air heavy within VY Cybele death. Emily, Jake's voice, amplified by his comms, echoed. His flashlight beam cut through the gloom. His partner, Lucas Reed, sweeping another. Clear here, Chief. They moved fast, hampered by bulky suits, toward the back where Emily might have accessed the porch. Every second was a countdown. Sulfuryl fluoride could kill in minutes, especially for a pregnant woman and her unborn child. Jake's heart pounded, each beat a plea. Saw, please, let her be alive. Saw. He found her in the sunroom, collapsed near the back door, a door barricaded shut with a rusted garden hoe wedged against the frame. Emily's face was waxy, her breathing barely a whisper. A shattered jasmine pot lay beside her, petals scattered like tears. Found her. Jake roared. Victim unconscious, sunroom, rear exit blocked. Lucas, break this door. Kneeling beside her, His gloved hands searched for a pulse. Faint, but there. Hope searched. "Emily, it's Jake. We're getting you out." Risking everything, he cracked his emergency respirator and fitted it over her face, praying it'd give her clean air. Lucas yanked the hoe free, splintering wood. The door swung open, fresh air rushing in. Hazmat techs surged forward with a stretcher, and Jake helped lift Emily, his hands steady despite the terror screaming inside him. Paramedics in protective gear took over. Unconscious female, 32, 8 months pregnant, Jake reported, voice strained. Prolonged sulfuryl fluoride exposure, 30 to 40 minutes. Severe hypoxia, respiratory distress. High-flow oxygen. Immediate transport to City Hospital. Notify Dr. Carter in OB fetus at risk. The ambulance doors slammed, its siren fading as it sped away. Jake sagged against his truck, adrenaline ebbing, rage igniting. This wasn't an accident. The sealed exits, the taped slit, the bar door, it was deliberate. And one name burned in his mind, Margaret Voss. Margaret, the HOA's iron-fisted queen, lived 2 doors down. Her pristine home and rigid rules defined Maple Grove, but her feud with Jake and Emily had simmered for months. It started small. Emily's plan for a low picket fence around their roses, while within HOA rules. Margaret cited an obscure streetscape harmony clause, delivering a condescending letter. "We need order, dear," she'd purred, eyeing Emily's belly. Jake shut her down at an HOA meeting, citing the real rules. The fence went up, but Margaret's resentment festered. Complaints followed noise from Jake assembling Ava's crib, a disruptive baby shower. Then, Emily's vegetable garden withered under a mysterious herbicide. Jake's test confirmed a restricted chemical. No proof linked Margaret, but her smirk said enough. Mrs. Peterson, before her Europe trip, had dropped a chilling hint. Margaret, once in Oakwood Estates, was forced out after a neighbor's dog died poisoned, they suspected. Anonymous complaints hounded the family until they fled. "Margaret holds grudges," Mrs. Peterson warned. "She teaches lessons." Now, as Jake breached the tent, that warning screamed. Margaret's earlier jab at Emily, "Some people don't control future disturbances," felt like a threat, not a quip. Detective Lisa Navarro approached, her face grim. Pest Control saw Margaret on her porch this morning, asking about the fumigation, how long the chemical lasted, if seals were airtight. Mrs. Lau next door saw Emily at the Petersons' porch around 10:30. 15 minutes later, Margaret was near the sunroom, not on the sidewalk. Jake's voice was ice. She cased the setup, waited for Emily. EVY Denke piled up. Margaret's gloves bore traces of the tent's tape. Her shoes held sunroom soil, and the host sat in her garage, splinters matching the door. Her search history revealed queries on sulfuryl fluoride's effects and silent door locks. Her confession, spat in a venomous outburst, sealed it. She was disruptive. Her gardening, her baby, she needed a lesson. Emily fought for her life in the ICU. Ava's survival uncertain. The chemical's placental reach threatened neurological damage. Jake sat by Emily's side, guilt gnawing. Could he have stopped Margaret sooner? Slowly, Emily stabilized. Ava, born premature via C-section, screamed defiantly, a 5-pound miracle. She throws to neonatal care, her resilience stunning doctors. Margaret's trial gripped the city. Her defense claimed stress, not malice, but the prosecution's evidence forensics. Witnesses, her own words, painted a narcissist obsessed with control, fueled by a rumored past loss. Guilty of attempted murder and chemical assault, she got life without parole. Her assets funded Emily's care. Jake and Emily left Maple Grove, settling in a quiet, wooded home. Emily's recovery was grueling, but her strength, bolstered by Jake, shone. Ava grew via brand and scathed. Jake pushed for tougher pesticide laws and harassment awareness, his ordeal fueling his mission. Maple Grove's HOA reformed, shamed by their silence on Margaret's reign. Margaret's cell was her silent hell. The Thompsons' new home rang with Ava's laughter, a rebuke to Margaret's cruelty. Justice wasn't just the verdict, it was their unbreakable spirit. What do you think? Did Margaret's past justify her actions? Or was she pure evil? Could the community have stopped her sooner? Should HOA powers be curbed to prevent such abuse? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe for more gripping tales.